Hello friends, this is the sixth video of JavaScript tutorial, and today in this video we will talk about logical operators or Boolean operators. Here in logical operators we mainly use three Boolean data types. So let's first of all talk about these three Boolean data types. The first one we are having here is the ampersand ampersand. Okay, ampersand is this. So here ampersand or and some of the people say it as and operator or ampersand operator. So this is the first logical operator and it is called as and operator. Okay, this is called as and operator, and here what it does that if if it is used for any particular condition, then both the conditions must be true. Okay, the first condition must be true and the second condition must also be true. If both the conditions are true, then only it will be true or it will be false. Or we can also say that if the first condition is true and the second condition is also true, then only it will perform a particular action. Okay, so both the conditions must be true, then only the particular action will be taken. Okay, and we have one more type of logical operator, that is the or operator. We call it as or operator, and what this or operator does is that if you are having two conditions, then any of the two conditions, if any of the two conditions is true, then the answer will be true. Or we can say that if any of the two conditions is true, then a particular action will take place, and if they are not true, then if none of them is true, then no action will take place. For at least one should be true. Okay, if you don't understand it, we will understand it when I will tell you with the help of example. It will become more clear to you. And we have one more operator. The operator is not. Okay, this is not operator. This is one more logical operator, and this operator is used if you want anything which is not true, you want to turn it into true, and if something is false, then if you want to turn it into true, in that case you can use this operator. So now we will take one example, we will use it, and then you will understand that how we use them. Okay, so the example which I am going to take here is something new, which I have not talked uh, any of the videos earlier. Okay, so I am introducing something new here. We will do whatever I will do here right now, we will do with full explanation all these things in my upcoming videos, but right now I will give a little bit push to our knowledge. And so what I am going to do here is I had told you that we can put uh, this script here, uh, here only. That means inside the script I put this um, this JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript is written here only. But what about this place before this one? Here what we write is we write HTML. Okay, but I have not yet taught HTML to you people in any of my previous videos, but in upcoming videos we will talk about it with more explanation, that how we write the HTML programs. But for the time being, if you want to write anything related to related to HTML, then we will write it here. And let us suppose that I want to create a paragraph here. So if I want to create a paragraph here, then what I will do is I will write it like this. I will write here P, and after that it will be closed by itself, and in between these two I can write anything. Let us suppose I am writing here hello world, I have written an HTML paragraph. Okay, this is what I am writing here, and you can see I am not writing it in between double quotes or single quote. I am writing it as it is, and let's see whether it get print on my browser or not. So what I'll do is I'll save it, and um, I will open it uh, from here, and you can see here without any quote or without giving any variable name, I am able to print it here, whatever I have written at this place. So this thing I have written not with the help of JavaScript, but this has been written using HTML. Okay, in HTML there is no need to put these uh, there is no need to give any variable name, or there is no need to give any double quote or single quote. Okay, so I have written it here, but I am going to make a program in which I will use these operators, in which I will use and, or, and not operators, and these operators I will write in JavaScript, and from JavaScript I will handle this paragraph, means I will change this paragraph, okay, by using all of them. So now I am doing two things here. This paragraph I have written in HTML, and now I am using all these three here in my JavaScript. So from JavaScript I will handle this paragraph. So how I will handle this paragraph? Let us suppose that I am having a variable. The variable is, I am defining it as where a is equal to, let's say, 10. Okay, then I am using another variable here where b is equal to, let's say it is 20. Okay, now I am using here if. Okay, I have also not told about if condition earlier. I am introducing here it the first time in all my videos. So about if condition we will study in the upcoming videos, but right here I will give you a little bit knowledge about this if. So what if condition is, whenever I use if condition, inside if condition I use some of the operators, like these which are logical operators, or I can use some of the comparison operators, and with the help of them I can use if. So here I am giving some condition. What I will do is I will run this program, and in this program what I will do is, if any particular condition is true, then this paragraph which I have written here, it must change. And if that condition is not true, then it should not change. So for that I am writing this one, and for it I am using if condition. And how I will use if here, I will write here if, then bracket, if a is greater than 0, let's say if a is greater than 0, ampersand ampersand, b is greater than 0. If this is true, then particular action should take place. What action should take place? The action that should take place is that this paragraph should be changed by something else. So that I will write now, but for that I need to create an ID for this paragraph. Why I need to create an ID for this paragraph? Because I am operating this paragraph from the JavaScript. So that is why JavaScript want an ID of this paragraph, so that it may find out that paragraph which I want to replace. So that is why for this paragraph I will create an ID. And how I will create the ID? I will create the ID like this. I can give it any name. I'm giving it as ID, so I'm giving it a name, um, let's say hello. Okay, I have given an ID to it, and the name of the ID which I have given is hello. I may have so many paragraphs. Okay, if I will give different IDs to each paragraph, then it will be easy for a computer to search that particular paragraph. Okay, so now if I am having multiple paragraph, I can give different IDs to them, and whichever paragraph I want to control from here, I can control that. So now I have given it an ID, and after this, now from here I will use one more command, and the command is document dot get element by id. Get element, you can see here, if you will press tab here, it will write it automatically. You can see it here, it is suggesting you something, get element by id. So you can write it, or you can use tab here and it will automatically write it. Okay, so get element by id, this you will write document dot get element by id, because I want to get access to this element which is here using the id, and which id that should be, that I will write here after this. And what is the id is hello. So here I will use hello, and after this, one more thing I have to do. Now it has searched this paragraph now using this id, but what is to be done, that is not known to it. It will search this paragraph, computer will search this paragraph using this id, but now what action should it do? So for that, I will have to write dot inner html. Inner html is equal to, let's say, hey, I have changed the paragraph. Okay, so what here this inner html will do? Inner html always do what? It replaces that particular id. Means whatever is there in that particular id, it replaces it with a new thing, and that new thing, whichever you will write here, it replaces that one with this new one. This is the function of this inner html. Okay, so whenever you will use dot inner html, then it will change that particular id, whatever is written on that id, with a new thing, and that new thing I have written here. Okay, so first of all, what computer has done, it has, first of all, using this id hello, it has searched this paragraph, and now it will replace, using this command, it will replace this paragraph with this new one. Okay, so now if this condition is not true, let us suppose if this condition is not true, in that case what should happen? Here I have told that if a is greater than 0 and b is greater than 0, then this should happen. But if this condition is not true, in that case I will use here else. And else what should happen? Else I will write here something else. Else this paragraph should not be replaced, so I will not use here inner.html, and I also don't want it to be identified by computer. So else, as something else should happen, else just write, so just write that I couldn't change the paragraph. So if I just want to write it, then I will use simple command document dot write I couldn't change the paragraph. Okay, so this thing should be happened. That's it. So now let's see what happens. Here I will save it, and after this let's see what happens. I will go to my browser and refresh it, and here you can see, hey, I have changed the paragraph. So how is it happened? It has happened because here, using if condition, I had given two statements. If this thing will happen, if this thing will happen, then this thing should happen, and if it is not true, then this should happen. Now let us suppose that my b is, let us suppose it is -20. So if it is -20, in that case, now I am using here Ampersand operator, and Ampersand operator says that this should be true as well as this should also be true. Means both of them should be true. So if both of them should be true, then in that case, here we can see that one of them is not true because b is not greater than 0 here. It is less than 0 because it is -20. So that is why what should I get? I should this thing should not happen. Instead, what should happen? I should write this one, and this paragraph will remain as it is here. Okay, so let's see. Here I have converted into -20. So let's save it and then check it here. Now what happens? Here you can see this paragraph which I had written using HTML. This is remaining as it is. It has not changed. And what has happened? This thing has come. I couldn't change the paragraph. Why I couldn't change the paragraph? Because of the reason that here my Ampersand says that this condition and this condition both should be true. If any of them is not true, in that case this thing should not happen. Okay, so this is the function of this operator. Now instead of AND operator, let us suppose if I am using OR operator, then OR operator will do what? I just told that OR operator for OR operator, any one of these two should be true. Either this condition should be true or this condition should be true. Okay, now here a is greater than 0, here it is correct, it is true. But is b is greater than 0? Here it is not. But then also, because I have used here OR operator, then for OR operator, any of these two, either this or this, should be true. Any one is true. If any one is true, then this thing will definitely happen. Okay, so here if I am using OR, in that case save it and now replace it, and here you can see that here I have changed the paragraph. Why? Because one condition is true out of the two. So if any one of these two is true, then it will work. Okay, so this is the function of this operator. Any one condition should be true. If both of them are true, then also it will be fine. Here you can see if it is 20, in that case you save it, and again here same thing will happen because either one or both are true, no problem, it will be changed. Okay, but if both are not correct, for example this is also -10 -10 and this is also -10, in that case this one is not true, this one is also not greater than 0, and this one is also not greater than 0. So in that case, now it should not replace the paragraph. Okay, so here it should not replace the paragraph. So it couldn't replace the paragraph, and it has written I couldn't change the paragraph. So this is how we can use these two. And now let's talk about this one, which is the third one. For this, let us suppose that we have another operator which we are using here, that is equal to operator, and we know that we use double equal to here. So a is equal to b. Okay, so now it will check what we will do here, we will put another bracket here, and it will check now whether a is equal to b is not true. Okay, so here you can see that my a and b, they both are not equal, and because they are not equal, so this condition is not true. Okay, and this is what this operator does. It checks whether this condition is not true. If this condition is not true, then it will give a result as true, means this thing will happen. Okay, so it is a little bit confusing, but when you will do a little bit practice, you will get to know it. What it does, it does not want this thing to happen. If this thing is not happening, then this operator will give a result as true, and when it will give a result as true, in that case it will change the paragraph. Okay, so it will check if this condition is not true, then the result is true. So here we can see that these two are not equal, and what it will give, it will give a result as true, and it will change the paragraph. Okay, so let's see whether it changed the paragraph now. So here you can see, hey, I have changed the paragraph. Okay, so but let us suppose that here a is minus 10 and b is also minus 10. So in that case, now you can see a is equal to b. So this condition is true, but it does not want it to be true, because it 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 will check whether it is true that a is equal to b. So here a is equal to b, but it will convert it into not. So it will not change the paragraph now, because it will give a result as false. Okay, so now here I'll save it and now check it. Here you can see, hey, this paragraph has not changed and I couldn't change the paragraph. Okay, so in this way we can use not operator also. So now this is how we use those operators. These are called as the logical operator, and these are of great use when we use these if conditions or we use any loop. So I hope that you like my video, and in the next video we will start with a very important thing, and that is arrays. So have a nice day. Goodbye.